Hello! Today's video is going to be on my collection of Hourglass Femme Rouge lipsticks. These guys are a little bit pricey. I want to say $38 Canadian. I'll have it listed in the description down below. I have 9 of them. They're very, very pretty. Wonderful lipsticks. They're packaged really nice. Great formulation. Hourglass is a great brand. I've been really pleased with everything I've ever bought from them. Almost everything, I think. And I've got some swatches on my arm that I'll show you in a sec. First of all, I just wanted to talk really quick about the packaging. So I got the majority of these, I want to say like my first 7 a while ago. And this is what the packaging looked like then. It's sort of a deep bronze metal container. It's real metal. It's not plastic that looks like metal or anything. And they're nice and heavy, which I love. The lipstick itself has 3.5 grams of product in it. And the lid has this neat sort of, I don't know, it looks almost like industrial like embossing on it, which is kind of neat. It just gives it a little something interesting. The only thing is during, I think it was during the Sephora sale, I don't remember, but I got 2 more colors pretty recently, and they changed the top of the lipstick packaging there. So instead of having that embossed like hourglass symbol thing, they just got Hourglass written. It's still really nice. It still has the nice bronze metal packaging. It's lovely. It's not, I mean, everything's the same except for that. So I don't know if that's probably a cost saving measure, but I was sort of, you know, a little bit bummed just because I like the old packaging better, but it's really not a big deal. The product itself is lovely. It's unchanged, still great quality. And I'll show you what the bullet looks like there. Get her all zoomed in there. So it's sort of a squared off tip there, and then the back looks like that. An hourglass is embossed into the lipstick, and they have like a really faint vanilla smell, nothing overpowering. The lipsticks are all a nice creamy formula. They stick to the lips really well though. Sometimes when lipsticks are really moisturizing, they have like too much slip and it's almost like they don't stick to your lips. These ones do. The shades are all that kind of creamy formula. There's no matte or anything like that. I do have one called Embrace that's sort of a metallic finish, but they're all really moisturizing and creamy. So yeah, that's what the tubes look like. And I'm just gonna take you on over to my arm and show you the swatches. Alrighty, so let's start out with Ballet. Ballet is a lightish, cool pink. It probably looks a little bit deeper. I want to say it looks a little deeper in the camera there than I find it looks in person, but I'm trying to do my swatches all by the light of the window to show you how they look in the most accurate light possible. And that's Ballet. Pretty cool tone pink. Next in line is Fresco, which is sort of a mauvey nude. It's a really pretty color. Just trying to get it so I can get a good swatch for you there. All right. And next in line, we've got Fawn. Fawn is more of a peachy nude color. Fresco is more mauvey. Mauvey. Yeah, and Fawn's more of a warm tone peachy nude, really pretty. And next up, we've got Vintage. Now, Vintage is very similar in tone to Fawn, but it's a little bit darker. Between the two of them, I picked Vintage just because I like my nudes a little bit on the darker side, but there's Fawn and Vintage next to one another. And next in line, we've got Embrace. And Embrace is a bronzy plum sort of color. I'm just going to move my arm so you can see it has sort of that metallic finish. Really pretty. It reminds me of MAC's O lipstick, but the base of it is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more wearable than O, if you ask me. So kind of a bronzy plum. I'm trying to show the gold shimmer, but yeah, the gold shimmer, it's a little hard to capture. There we go. That's Embrace. All right. Next up, we've got Muse. And Muse is a bright, deep coral. That's how I would describe that one. Reminds me of MAC's Toxic Tail. I bought Muse when I was in a Toxic Tail like phase. I was just like, oh, bright corals, I love them all. And I still love them, but I go through phases with colors for sure. Right now, if you couldn't tell, I'm in my brownie rosy nude sort of phase, but Muse is, yeah, similar to Toxic Tail. And Toxic Tale was limited edition, so if you weren't able to get your hands on that, you might be interested in Muse. And next up, the scratched out writing is Raven. Raven is reading a little bit cooler in this swatch than I find it in person. It is a bright orangey red. It looks a little bit cooler. I don't know if it's because it's next to a pink, but I'll take you over to the lamp in a second and see if we can get a different sort of color scheme on that. But Raven, bright orangey red. And next up is one of my faves. This is Fever. And Fever is a bright fuchsia pink. It is gorgeous. It's one of my favorites for sure. It reminds me sort of Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Intense in number 36. Sort of a similar color. Yeah, but that is Fever. And last up is Icon. And Icon is probably one of the most well-known colors from the Hourglass range. They have it in like a lip gloss form and in a liquid lipstick. And also this is just the straight up Femme Rouge lipstick. A really pretty bright, not bright, sorry, dark cherry red is how I would describe that one. Yeah, so those are those colors there. I feel like they're for the most part quite accurate, but I'm just gonna take them over to under the lamp a little bit. Sorry, just to see if that gives you a little bit of a different take on them. So there's Ballet, Fresco, Fawn, Vintage, Embrace, Muse, Raven. Raven looks a little bit more orangey under this light. It's a little bit more accurate. Fever, and Icon. Yeah, so these are really nice lipsticks. Like I mentioned before, they're on the pricey side. I'm just showing you by the window again. So the thing with these lipstick is, like I was saying before, they're very moisturizing, but they actually, like, there's something in the formula that just stays on your lips well. I mean, it's a creamy lipstick. It's not going to have the staying power of a matte, but I'm impressed with how they sort of cling on to the lips without being sticky. They're not sticky or anything like that. But yeah, they are a lovely lipstick. They're pricey, and it's not something that, like, I think you can't dupe most of these colors in other lines. But if you've tried the formula, or if you like the brand in particular, I do know the brand is vegan friendly, cruelty free. There's lots of great things about them. And yeah, their lipsticks are no exception. If you guys can think of anything else you're really interested in seeing, just leave me a comment down below. If you can think of any other brands or lipstick types that you want swatched, just let me know. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.